Let me ask you a question. How many of you feel like there aren't enough hours in the day? How many of you go to bed each night feeling like you haven't accomplished what you set out to do? If you're like most people, you're nodding your head right now. And that's exactly why we need to have this conversation. You see, time is the great equalizer. No matter who you are, where you come from, or what you do, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who don't often comes down to how they use those precious hours. And that's what we're going to explore today. But before we dive in, I want you to understand something fundamental. Your time is your life. Every minute that ticks by is a minute of your life that you'll never get back. So when we talk about focusing on yourself and stopping the waste of time, we're really talking about reclaiming your life. Now let's start with a hard truth. Most people waste an enormous amount of time. They fritter away hours on activities that don't contribute to their goals, their growth or their happiness. They're busy, but not productive. They're active, but not effective. Does this sound familiar to you? The good news is, it doesn't have to be this way. You have the power to take control of your time and, by extension, your life. And that's exactly what we're going to learn how to do today. Let's begin with the first principle. Clarity is power. To focus on yourself effectively, you need to have absolute clarity about what you want. What are your goals? What kind of person do you want to become? What do you want to achieve in your career, your relationships, your personal growth? Take a moment right now and think about it. If you could wave a magic wand and create the perfect life for yourself 5 years from now, what would it look like? Be specific. What would you be doing? How would you feel? Who would you be with? This exercise is crucial because without a clear destination, you'll never know if you're on the right path. It's like setting out on a journey without a map or a GPS. You might be moving, but are you moving in the right direction? Once you have clarity about your goals, the next step is to prioritize. Not all activities are created equal. Some will move you closer to your goals, while others will pull you further away. Your job is to identify the activities that matter most and focus your time and energy on those. This brings us to the Pareto principle, also known as the 80/20 rule. This principle states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your activities. Think about that for a moment. It means that out of everything you do in a day, only a small portion is truly driving your success. Your task, then, is to identify that crucial 20% and double down on it. What are the activities that really move the needle for you? What tasks, if accomplished, would have the greatest positive impact on your life and your goals? For some of you, it might be making sales calls. For others, it could be writing or coding or spending quality time with your family. Whatever it is for you, that's where you need to focus your best time and energy. Now, I can already hear some of you thinking, but Brian, I have so many responsibilities, I can't just focus on a few things, and I understand that. Life is complex, and we all have multiple roles and responsibilities. But here's the key. You don't have to neglect your other duties. You just need to prioritize and allocate your time more effectively. This brings us to our next crucial point, the power of planning. Benjamin Franklin once said, "If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail," and he was absolutely right. Planning is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Every minute you spend in planning saves you 10 minutes in execution. It's one of the highest return activities you can engage in. So how do you plan effectively? Start by planning your day the night before. Take a few minutes before you go to bed to write down your top priorities for the next day. What are the most important tasks you need to accomplish? What activities will move you closer to your goals? When you wake up in the morning, review your plan. This simple act sets the tone for your entire day. It primes your subconscious mind to focus on what's truly important. Instead of reacting to whatever comes your way, you're proactively shaping your day. But don't stop at daily planning. Take time each week to plan your upcoming week. Each month, plan for the month ahead. And yes, you should have an annual plan as well. The further ahead you plan, the more control you have over your life and your results. Now, let's talk about a major time waster that affects almost everyone in today's world: distractions. We live in an age of constant interruptions. Your phone buzzes with notifications. Your email pings with new messages. Social media beckons with endless scrolling. It's a wonder we get anything done at all. But here's the truth: every time you allow yourself to be distracted, you're stealing time and energy from your most important tasks. You're robbing yourself of your own potential. So what's the solution? It's simple, but not easy. Create blocks of uninterrupted time. This is what I call tiger time. Just as a tiger focuses all its energy on its prey when hunting, you need to focus all your energy on your most important tasks. Turn off your notifications. Put your phone on silent. Close your email. Create an environment that allows you to concentrate deeply on what matters most. You'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish when you eliminate distractions and focus intensely on one task at a time. Remember, multitasking is a myth. Your brain can't actually focus on multiple tasks simultaneously. What you're really doing when you think you're multitasking is rapidly switching between tasks, and each switch comes with a cognitive cost. You're less efficient, less effective, and more prone to errors. Instead, practice single tasking. Give your full attention to one task at a time. Not only will you complete tasks faster and with higher quality, but you'll also experience less stress and more satisfaction in your work. Now let's address another critical aspect of focusing on yourself: continuous learning and self-improvement. In today's rapidly changing world, if you're not growing, you're falling behind. The good news is, with the right approach, learning can be one of the most rewarding and enjoyable activities you engage in. Make it a habit to read for at least 30 minutes every day. Choose books that are relevant to your goals and aspirations. Whether it's in your field of work, personal development, or a subject that fascinates you, consistent reading will expand your knowledge, spark new ideas, and give you a competitive edge. But don't stop at reading. Look for opportunities to apply what you learn. Knowledge is power, but only when it's applied. After you read a book or attend a seminar, ask yourself, how can I use this information to improve my life or achieve my goals? Then take action on your insights. Consider investing in courses or training programs that can help you develop new skills or enhance existing ones. In today's digital age, there's no shortage of online learning opportunities. Whether it's through platforms like Coursera, Udemy, or specialized training in your industry, continuous learning is more accessible than ever before. Remember, every minute you spend learning is an investment in yourself. It's one of the best uses of your time because the returns can be exponential. A single idea, properly applied, can change the trajectory of your entire life. Now, let's talk about a topic that many people find uncomfortable, but is absolutely essential to your success and well-being: saying no. One of the biggest reasons people waste time is because they say yes to too many things. They take on commitments that don't align with their goals or values. They agree to meetings that could have been emails. They volunteer for projects that don't move them closer to their objectives. Learning to say no is a superpower. It's not about being rude or unhelpful. It's about being clear on your priorities and protecting your time for what matters most. Every time you say yes to something, you're implicitly saying no to something else. So before you agree to a new commitment, ask yourself, is this aligned with my goals? Is this the best use of my time? If the answer is no, then politely decline. You might say something like, I appreciate you thinking of me, but I'm currently focused on other priorities and can't take this on right now. Most people will understand and respect your honesty. By saying no to the things that don't matter, you create space to say yes to the things that do. You free up time and energy for your most important goals and relationships. Remember, you can't be all things to all people. Focus on being the best version of yourself and contributing where you can make the most impact. Now, let's discuss a critical skill that can dramatically improve your productivity and focus: the art of delegation. Many high achievers fall into the trap of thinking they need to do everything themselves. But the truth is, trying to do it all yourself is a recipe for burnout and mediocrity. Successful people understand that their time is best spent on high-value activities, those tasks that only they can do and that contribute most significantly to their goals. Everything else should be delegated or eliminated. Look at your to-do list. Which tasks could be done by someone else? Which tasks don't really need to be done at all? Be ruthless in your assessment. Remember, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should be the one doing it. If you're a business owner or manager, delegating is essential for the growth of your organization and your own professional development. It allows you to leverage the skills and time of others while focusing on leadership and strategic thinking. Even if you're not in a formal leadership position, you can still practice delegation. Perhaps you can outsource some household chores to free up time for your side business. Or maybe you can collaborate with colleagues to divide tasks more efficiently. The key is to focus your time and energy where you can add the most value. When you delegate, be clear about expectations and deadlines. Provide the necessary resources and support. And then this is crucial, resist the urge to micromanage. Give people the autonomy to complete the task in their own way. Not only will this save you time, but it will also empower others and often lead to innovative solutions. Now, let's talk about a habit that can dramatically improve your focus and productivity, the practice of regular breaks. It might seem counterintuitive, but taking breaks actually helps you get more done. Your brain wasn't designed for hours of continuous focus. It needs periods of rest to recharge and perform at its best. One effective method is the Pomodoro technique. Work intensely for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This rhythm of focused work and rest helps maintain high levels of concentration throughout the day. During your breaks, step away from your work, take a short walk, do some stretches, or practice deep breathing. The key is to give your mind a chance to relax and reset. You'll return to your tasks with renewed energy and clarity. Remember, breaks are not a luxury or a sign of weakness. They're a necessary part of peak performance. Just as an athlete needs recovery time between workouts to build strength, your brain needs downtime to consolidate information and prepare for the next challenge. Now, let's address a critical aspect of focusing on yourself, taking care of your physical and mental health. It's easy to neglect self-care when you're busy pursuing your goals, but this is a grave mistake. Your health is your most valuable asset. Without it, all your other achievements become meaningless. Make time for regular exercise. It doesn't have to be long or intense. Even a 30-minute walk each day can make a significant difference. Exercise not only improves your physical health, but also boosts your mood, reduces stress, and enhances cognitive function. It's one of the best investments you can make in yourself. Pay attention to your diet. The food you eat directly affects your energy levels, mood, and mental clarity. Opt for nutritious, whole foods that fuel your body and mind. Stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water throughout the day. Don't neglect your sleep. Many people try to squeeze more hours out of the day by cutting back on sleep, but this is counterproductive. Lack of sleep impairs your judgment, reduces your productivity, and can lead to serious health problems over time. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Practice stress management techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or journaling. These activities help you stay centered and resilient in the face of challenges. Remember, stress is not just a mental state, it has real physical effects on your body. Managing your stress is crucial for your long-term health and success. Now, let's talk about the power of routines and habits. Your daily habits shape your life more than you might realize. As Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Start by creating a powerful morning routine. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Wake up early. Successful people are almost always early risers. Use this quiet time for activities that center and energize you. This might include exercise, meditation, reading, or working on your most important task of the day. Develop evening routines as well. Use the last hour before bed to wind down, reflect on your day, and prepare for tomorrow. Avoid screens during this time as the blue light can interfere with your sleep. Throughout your day, look for opportunities to build positive habits. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water every hour, or taking a quick walk after lunch. These small actions repeated consistently can lead to significant improvements in your health, productivity, and overall well-being. Remember, habits take time to form. Be patient with yourself and focus on consistency rather than perfection. Even if you slip up occasionally, keep coming back to your routines. Over time, they'll become second nature. Now let's address a crucial aspect of focusing on yourself, managing your relationships. The people you spend time with have a profound impact on your thoughts, actions, and ultimately your success. As Jim Rohn famously said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Take a moment to think about your closest relationships. Do these people support your goals and aspirations? Do they challenge you to be better? Do they inspire you with their own growth and achievements? If not, it might be time to reassess these relationships. This doesn't mean you need to cut people out of your life abruptly, but it does mean being intentional about who you spend your time with. Seek out relationships with people who are where you want to be, who share your values and ambitions. These relationships will naturally pull you up and motivate you to grow. At the same time, be mindful of toxic relationships. These are the people who constantly criticize, discourage, or drain your energy. While it's not always possible to completely avoid negative people, you can limit your exposure and protect your mental space. Remember, focusing on yourself doesn't mean being selfish. In fact, by becoming the best version of yourself, you'll be in a much better position to help and inspire others. As you grow and achieve your goals, you'll naturally become a positive influence on those around you. Now, let's talk about the importance of reflection and self-assessment. In our busy lives, it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day hustle and lose sight of the bigger picture. That's why regular reflection is so crucial. It allows you to step back, evaluate your progress, and make course corrections as needed. Set aside time each week to review your goals and your progress towards them. Ask yourself what worked well this week. What didn't go as planned? What lessons can I learn? What adjustments do I need to make? This weekly review is also a great time to celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Acknowledging your progress boosts your motivation and reinforces positive behaviors. It's easy to focus on what's left to be done and overlook how far you've come. Don't fall into this trap. Celebrate your progress along the way. In addition to weekly reviews, conduct more comprehensive assessments quarterly and annually. Look at the bigger trends in your life. Are you moving in the direction you want? Are your goals still aligned with your values and long-term vision? Don't be afraid to make big changes if needed. Remember, the goal is not to stick rigidly to a plan, but to create the life you truly want. As part of your reflection, practice gratitude. Take time each day to acknowledge the good things in your life. This simple habit can significantly boost your happiness and resilience. Even on difficult days, there's always something to be grateful for. Training your mind to focus on the positive will transform your outlook and your results. Now, let's address a critical skill that's often overlooked, the art of saying no to yourself. We've talked about saying no to others, but sometimes the person you most need to say no to is yourself. This is about self-discipline and delayed gratification. In every moment, you have a choice between what you want now and what you want most. The ability to consistently choose long-term benefits over short-term pleasures is a hallmark of successful people. This might mean saying no to that extra hour of sleep to hit the gym. It might mean saying no to social media scrolling to work on your side business. It might mean saying no to a night out to study for an important exam. These decisions aren't always easy. Your brain is wired to seek immediate gratification. But every time you choose the harder, more beneficial option, you're strengthening your willpower. You're building the mental muscles that will carry you to success. Remember, self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start with small challenges and gradually take on bigger ones. Over time, you'll develop the strength to tackle even your most ambitious goals. Now, let's talk about the power of focus in a world of endless distractions. In today's digital age, the ability to focus deeply is becoming increasingly rare and increasingly valuable. Those who can concentrate intensely on important work will have a significant advantage. Deep work, as defined by author Cal Newport, is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. It's in these states of deep focus that we produce our most valuable work and make our biggest breakthroughs. To cultivate deep work, you need to create the right conditions. This means eliminating distractions, setting clear goals for your work sessions, and training your mind to resist the pull of easy diversions. Start by identifying the most important, high-value tasks in your work or personal projects. These are the tasks that require your full cognitive capacity and will move you significantly closer to your goals. Then, schedule blocks of time specifically for deep work on these tasks. During these deep work sessions, eliminate all distractions. Turn off notifications, find a quiet space, and commit to focusing solely on the task at hand. It might be challenging at first. Our brains are used to constant stimulation. But with practice, you'll find that you can concentrate for longer periods and produce higher quality work. Remember, the ability to focus deeply is not just about productivity, it's also deeply satisfying. There's a sense of flow and accomplishment that comes from immersing yourself fully in meaningful work. By cultivating this skill, you're not just improving your output, you're enhancing your overall quality of life. Now let's discuss the importance of continuous improvement and the growth mindset. In today's rapidly changing world, standing still is equivalent to moving backwards. The most successful people are those who embrace lifelong learning and continuously seek to improve themselves. Adopt a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. This is in contrast to a fixed mindset, which sees abilities as static and unchangeable. With a growth mindset, you see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than threats to your competence. Make it a habit to step out of your comfort zone regularly. Take on new challenges. Learn new skills. The discomfort you feel when tackling something unfamiliar is the feeling of growth. Embrace it. Set aside time each week for deliberate learning and skill development. This might involve reading books in your field, taking online courses, or practicing a new skill. Remember, in the long run, your earning ability is directly tied to your learning ability. Don't just focus on hard skills related to your job or industry. Soft skills like communication, emotional intelligence, and leadership are equally important and often make the difference in career advancement. Seek feedback regularly, both in your personal and professional life. Ask trusted friends, colleagues, or mentors for honest assessments of your strengths and areas for improvement. It's not always comfortable to hear criticism, but it's essential for growth. Remember, feedback is a gift. It gives you a roadmap for improvement. Now, let's talk about the power of visualization and positive self-talk. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool, and the way you use it can dramatically impact your results. Successful people understand this and harness the power of their minds to propel themselves towards their goals. Visualization is the practice of creating vivid mental images of what you want to achieve. Athletes use this technique to improve their performance, and you can use it to enhance any area of your life. Spend time each day visualizing yourself achieving your goals. Make these mental pictures as detailed and emotionally engaging as possible. When you visualize success, you're programming your subconscious mind to recognize opportunities and take actions aligned with your goals. You're also building your belief in your ability to succeed, which is crucial for maintaining motivation in the face of challenges. Equally important is your self-talk, the running commentary in your head. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself. Are you constantly criticizing and doubting yourself, or are you encouraging and supportive? Your internal dialogue shapes your beliefs about yourself and what you're capable of achieving. Practice positive self-talk. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or challenges, but rather approaching them with a constructive, solution-focused mindset. Instead of saying, I can't do this, try this is challenging, but I'm learning and improving. Instead of, I always mess things up, try I made a mistake, and here's what I can learn from it. Remember, your mind believes what you tell it most often. Feed it messages of capability, resilience, and growth. Over time, this positive self-talk will become your default mode of thinking, boosting your confidence and propelling you towards your goals. Now, let's address a crucial aspect of focusing on yourself: financial management. Many people overlook this area, but the truth is, your financial health has a significant impact on your overall well-being and your ability to pursue your goals. Start by getting clear on your financial situation. What are your income sources? What are your expenses? What debts do you have? What assets have you accumulated? This clarity is the foundation for all financial decisions. Develop a budget and stick to it. A budget isn't about restricting yourself, it's about making conscious choices about how you use your money. It ensures that your spending aligns with your values and long-term goals. Make saving a priority. Pay yourself first by setting aside a portion of your income before you spend on anything else. Even small, consistent savings can grow significantly over time thanks to the power of compound interest. Educate yourself about personal finance and investing. You don't need to become a financial expert, but a basic understanding of concepts like asset allocation, diversification, and the impact of fees can make a big difference in your long-term financial health. Remember, the goal of good financial management isn't just to accumulate money for its own sake. It's to give you the freedom and security to focus on what truly matters to you. When you're not constantly stressed about money, you have more mental and emotional energy to devote to your personal growth and your most important goals. Now, let's talk about the importance of rest and recovery. In our achievement-oriented society, it's easy to fall into the trap of constant hustle. But the truth is, periods of rest are not just nice to have, they're essential for peak performance and long-term success. Think of yourself as an athlete. Athletes understand that recovery is just as important as training. Without adequate rest, their performance suffers and they risk burnout or injury. The same principle applies to your mental and emotional performance. Make sure you're getting enough sleep each night. Quality sleep is crucial for cognitive function, emotional regulation, and physical health. If you're consistently shortchanging yourself on sleep, you're operating at a fraction of your potential. Build regular periods of rest into your schedule. This might mean taking a proper lunch break away from your desk, scheduling a relaxing activity in the evening, or taking a day off each week to completely disconnect from work. Use your vacation time. Many people leave vacation days unused, but time away from work is crucial for recharging and gaining new perspectives. When you return, you'll often find that you're more creative and productive. Practice mindfulness or meditation. These techniques can help you mentally reset, reduce stress, and improve your focus when you return to work. Even a few minutes of mindful breathing can make a significant difference in your mental state. Remember, rest is not laziness. It's a crucial part of a high-performance lifestyle. By prioritizing rest and recovery, you're ensuring that when you do work, you're operating at your highest level. Now, as we near the end of our discussion, let's talk about the importance of persistence and resilience. Focusing on yourself and making positive changes in your life is not always easy. You'll face obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. What separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't is often their ability to persist in the face of these challenges. Understand that setbacks are a normal part of any journey. They're not failures, they're opportunities to learn and grow. When you encounter a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become stronger or smarter? Develop a growth mindset, which we discussed earlier. See challenges as opportunities to develop your skills and capabilities. With this perspective, even the most daunting obstacles become exciting challenges to overcome. Build your resilience by taking care of your physical and mental health. Regular exercise, good nutrition, adequate sleep, and stress management techniques like meditation all contribute to your ability to bounce back from setbacks. Surround yourself with supportive people who believe in you and your goals. Their encouragement can be invaluable when you're facing tough times. Remember your why, the deep-seated reasons behind your goals. When things get tough, reconnecting with your core motivations can provide the strength to keep going. And finally, celebrate your progress along the way. Don't wait until you've achieved your ultimate goal to feel proud of yourself. Acknowledge and celebrate the small wins. This positive reinforcement will fuel your motivation and make the journey more enjoyable. In conclusion, focusing on yourself and making the most of your time is not a selfish act. It's the foundation for living a fulfilling life and making your greatest contribution to the world. By prioritizing your personal growth, managing your time effectively, nurturing your health, cultivating positive relationships, and persistently pursuing your goals, you're setting yourself up for success in all areas of life. Remember, you have greatness within you. You have the power to shape your life and create the results you desire. It won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. The journey of self-improvement is one of the most rewarding adventures you can embark on. So I challenge you starting today, make a commitment to focus on yourself. Stop wasting your precious time on activities that don't serve your highest good. Invest in your growth, protect your time and energy, and persistently pursue your dreams. The world needs you at your best. By focusing on yourself and making the most of your time, you're not just improving your own life, you're increasing your capacity to make a positive impact on the world around you. Thank you for your attention and commitment. Now go forth and create the extraordinary life you deserve. The best is yet to come.